The air crackled with anticipation. The crowd, a sea of faces from all walks of life, had gathered in the early morning light, their breath visible in the crisp air. Each person carried with them a story, a reason for being here, united by a common faith and a shared hope. Sunlight, filtered through stained glass, cast a kaleidoscope of colors onto the stone floor. The ancient windows, each pane a testament to centuries of devotion and artistry, told stories of saints and martyrs, of sacrifice and redemption, painted the interior of St. Peter's Basilica in a mosaic of vibrant colors. The light danced across the faces of those gathered, illuminating their expressions of awe and reverence. It was as if the very walls of the basilica were alive, breathing in the collective faith of the congregation. This was no ordinary day. The air was thick with a sense of purpose, a feeling that something monumental was about to unfold. Conversations were hushed, replaced by the soft murmur of prayers and the occasional rustle of a turning page in a prayer book. The faithful had gathered from every corner of the globe, their hearts united in prayerful expectation. From the bustling streets of New York to the serene villages of the Italian countryside, they had come, driven by a deep-seated need to be part of this sacred moment. They had come to witness history, to be present for the elevation of a humble servant of God to the College of Cardinals. This was a moment that would be etched into the annals of the Church, a testament to the enduring power of faith and the unbroken chain of tradition. In the heart of this sacred space, amidst the artistry and grandeur of centuries past, one could almost hear the whispers of history. The walls, adorned with intricate frescoes and gilded sculptures, seemed to echo the prayers of countless generations. A profound sense of the divine permeated the very air. It was a feeling that transcended words, a silent communion between the earthly and the divine. The faithful knelt in prayer, their faces serene, their hearts open to the presence of the sacred. Incense wafted through the nave, carrying with it the prayers of generations. The sweet, smoky fragrance filled the air, a tangible reminder of the countless souls who had come before, each one leaving a mark on this hallowed ground. The murmurs of the assembled faithful gradually subsided, replaced by a reverent hush as the procession began. The sound of footsteps echoed through the basilica, a solemn reminder of the gravity of the moment. Each step taken was a step towards a new chapter in the life of the Church. This was a moment pregnant with significance, a testament to the enduring legacy of the Catholic Church and a glimpse into its future. As the procession moved forward, the faithful watched with bated breath, their hearts filled with a sense of hope and renewal. This was not just a ceremony, it was a living testament to the power of faith, a beacon of light in a world often shrouded in darkness. Luis Antonio Tagle, a name whispered with admiration in his native Philippines, now poised to resonate throughout the Catholic world. His journey from humble beginnings in a devout Filipino family to the steps of the Vatican was a testament to his unwavering faith and deep devotion to the gospel. Tagle's path had been one of service and scholarship, marked by his infectious warmth and his gift for connecting with people from all walks of life. He had served as a parish priest, tending to the spiritual needs of his flock. He had excelled in academia, earning a doctorate in theology and becoming a respected theologian. And he had led the Archdiocese of Manila, guiding one of the largest Catholic populations in the world. The ordination ceremony was a tapestry woven from centuries of tradition. It was a moment where the past and present converged, creating a bridge that connected the faithful to the origins of their beliefs. The grandeur of the ancient cathedral, with its towering spires and intricate stonework, stood as a testament to the enduring legacy of faith that has been passed down through generations. Each gesture, each word resonated with the weight of history and the profound mystery of faith. The priest's hands, steady and reverent, moved with a grace that spoke of years of devotion and practice. As he read from the sacred texts, his voice carried the wisdom of the ages, echoing through the hallowed halls and touching the hearts of all who listened. The congregation, united in prayer, felt the presence of the divine, their collective faith creating a palpable sense of unity and purpose. The laying on of hands, a physical link to the apostles and the very foundation of the Church, sent shivers down spines. This ancient ritual, unchanged for millennia, symbolized the transfer of spiritual authority and the continuity of the Church's mission. It was a moment of profound connection where the past and present merged, and the new priest felt the weight of his calling settle upon his shoulders. The clergy, gathered in solemn witness, reaffirmed their own vows and commitments, their presence a reminder of the unbroken chain of faith that stretched back to the very beginnings of Christianity. The anointing with sacred chrism, fragrant and holy, marked Tagle as chosen, set apart for a sacred purpose. The oil, blessed and consecrated, was a symbol of the Holy Spirit's presence and the divine grace that would guide him in his ministry. As the oil touched his skin, it was as if the very essence of the divine was being absorbed into his being, imbuing him with the strength and wisdom needed to fulfill his sacred duties. The vial of chrism oil, held with reverence, was a tangible reminder of the sacred trust placed in him by the Church and the faithful. The investiture with the ring, the mitre and the pastoral staff, these were not mere symbols of authority, but sacred tools entrusted to Tagle, signifying his commitment to serve as a shepherd to his flock. The ring, a symbol of his spiritual marriage to the Church, was a constant reminder of his vows and the responsibilities that came with them. The mitre, with its distinctive shape, represented the wisdom and knowledge he was expected to impart to his congregation. The pastoral staff, a symbol of his role as a guide and protector, was a tangible representation of the care and compassion he was to show to all who sought his guidance. Each of these items, rich in symbolism, served as a reminder of the sacred trust placed in him and the weight of the responsibilities he now bore. Each element of the ceremony, steeped in symbolism and imbued with the prayers of the faithful, served as a powerful reminder of the enduring nature of faith and the unbroken chain of apostolic succession. The congregation, gathered in prayer, was a living testament to the power of faith and the strength of the community. The priest, holding up the sacred symbols, was a beacon of hope and inspiration, his actions a reflection of the divine grace that flowed through him. The crowd of faithful, united in their devotion, was a powerful reminder of the enduring nature of faith and the unbroken chain of apostolic succession that has sustained the Church for centuries. This ceremony, rich in tradition and meaning, was a celebration of the timeless grace that continues to inspire and uplift the faithful, generation after generation. Cameras flashed, capturing the moment for posterity, but they could only hint at the emotions that rippled through St. Peter's Basilica. The grandeur of the Basilica, with its towering columns and intricate frescoes, seemed to amplify the significance of the event. Each click of the camera shutter was a testament to the historic nature of the occasion, a moment that would be etched in the annals of time. The air was thick with anticipation, as if the very walls of the Basilica were holding their breath, waiting for the next chapter to unfold. There was a palpable sense of awe, a recognition of the solemnity of the occasion. The faithful gathered, their eyes wide with wonder, their hearts heavy with the weight of tradition. It was a moment that transcended the individual, a collective experience that bound everyone together in a shared sense of reverence. The silence was almost deafening, broken only by the occasional murmur of prayer or the soft rustle of robes. It was as if time itself had paused, allowing everyone to fully absorb the gravity of the moment. Joy and gratitude shone on the faces of Filipino pilgrims, their hearts brimming with pride as one of their own ascended to this position of global influence. For them, this was not just a personal victory, but a triumph for their entire nation. The journey to this moment had been long and arduous, filled with challenges and sacrifices, yet here they were, standing in the heart of Christendom, witnessing a dream come true. Their smiles were infectious, spreading a wave of joy that seemed to lift the spirits of everyone present. But beyond the individual stories, beyond the national pride, there was a deeper current running through the hearts of all those present. It was a sense of unity, a feeling that transcended borders and cultures. People from all walks of life, from different corners of the globe, had come together to witness this historic event. Their differences seemed to melt away, replaced by a shared sense of purpose and hope. It was a powerful reminder of the universal nature of faith, a force that could bring people together in ways that nothing else could. It was the realization that they were witnessing not just a changing of the guard, but a potential sea change in the Church's approach to the world. This was more than a ceremonial transition. It was a moment that held the promise of transformation. The Church, with its centuries-old traditions, was on the cusp of a new era. The air was thick with the promise of change, a sense that the future held new possibilities. It was a moment of reflection, but also one of anticipation, as everyone wondered what the future would hold. Tagle, with his infectious humility, his commitment to the poor and marginalized, and his ability to bridge cultural divides, represented a new generation of leadership. His approach was a breath of fresh air, a departure from the more rigid and hierarchical structures of the past. He was a leader who led by example, who walked the talk. His interactions with the people were genuine, his compassion palpable. He was a beacon of hope for those who had long felt marginalized and forgotten. His leadership style was inclusive, his vision expansive, and his heart open to all, one that held the promise of a more inclusive and compassionate church. A church that was not just a bastion of tradition, but a living, breathing community that embraced change and diversity, a church that reached out to the fringes, that welcomed the outcast, and that stood as a beacon of hope in a divided world. The promise of tomorrow was not just a distant dream, but a tangible reality that was beginning to take shape. It was a vision of a church that was as dynamic as it was rooted, as compassionate as it was principled, and as inclusive as it was devout. Tagle's heritage as a Filipino, as an Asian, held profound significance. It was a testament to the universality of the Catholic Church, a vibrant tapestry woven from the threads of countless cultures and traditions. In Tagle, the Church had found a leader who embodied the richness of this diversity, a bridge between the Church's European roots and its burgeoning presence in the global South. His appointment was a powerful symbol of the Church's growing focus on Asia, a continent where Christianity was experiencing remarkable growth. Tagle's deep understanding of Asian cultures, his fluency in multiple languages, and his ability to connect with people on a personal level made him uniquely equipped to nurture this burgeoning faith and to build bridges of understanding between East and West. Please subscribe to our channel History Documentary Hub for more insightful videos and intriguing content.